everyone! For this week's What Would You Do exercise, I chose to focus on food waste. In this scenario, we're volunteers for a group called the Community Assistance Network that is putting together a proposal to apply for a grant in the Baltimore area for a new food bank. Our textbook in chapter 12.5 defines food security as the affordable access to enough nutritious food to maintain dietary needs. Food security is very important to survival, and the disruptions of the COVID-19 pandemic more than doubled the percentage of the U.S. households facing food security. It's important that as a society, we come up with ways to help those who are in need get access to necessary food. So a decision has to be made about how to prioritize spending. The first option would be to build a medium-sized food warehouse to store the food. The second option is to spend the money on an effective food distribution system. I chose the second option to focus on a better distribution system for the food they can currently store. There are many unexpected long-term costs to a food storage facility, and what good is a lot of food stored up if you can't efficiently distribute it to those in need? A plan is devised to ensure donated food is regularly collected, organized, and distributed to families in need. The plan is to set aside a staging area and temporary holding structure for food and purchase 2 vans for food transportation with the grant money. The next choices have to do with how the vans purchased for transportation are going to distribute the food. There are not enough volunteers or vans to both pick up and deliver the food donations. The first option is to focus transportation efforts on collecting food for the food bank and bringing them to the staging area for community members to come pick up. The second option would be to focus transportation efforts on delivering the food from the staging area to the needy families. I chose the second option to focus transportation efforts on delivering food to the needy families. A large number of families with food insecurity don't have the resources to be able to come to the staging area to pick up the groceries. If people were forced to come pick the food up themselves, those who were unable to pick up the groceries would be left with no food assistance. I think that it would be easier to get community involvement in gathering the food donations to the central area than asking them to deliver food to families. Local churches and civic groups would be used to collect and drop off donated food at the food bank, but a partnership would have to be made prior to the food bank's start to assure that the food would be able to be gathered reliably. Thank you.